Welcome to part 2 of application of the substitution property. And the substitution property is really easy. What it's telling you, for example, if you look at this problem, it's telling you in the place of A, just put 6, meaning substitute A by 6. Substitute B by -8. And that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to rewrite my expression like this, -8 to the power 5 or exponent 5 all over A, which is now 6 minus 2b squared. But in the place of b, I'm going to substitute it with -8 and then I'll square. And every time you're having 6, maybe you're having a plus, minus, that turns into a minus. For example, 6 plus minus 8. This is the same as minus 6 minus 2 into -8 squared. So at this point, really, we don't know what we're going to be dealing with first. So I'm going to make use of our PEMDAS. Yeah. So it's telling you deal with your parentheses first. So these are parentheses and these are parentheses. So minus 2 exponent 5, what that means is times -2, which gives you a -32. So all this gives you a -32. So this parenthesis up here just reduces to a -32. What about these parentheses down here? So if you're having a -8 squared, this is the same as -8 times -8, and this will give you a positive 64. So let's rewrite this expression, and substitute in for what we've got. So this is the same as, remember that numerator turned into a -32, right? And the denominator is 6 minus 2 times 64. This will give you a numerator which is -32 over, going back to the PEMDAS, it's telling you after dealing with your parentheses and exponents, go to your multiplication. So this is a multiplication, which is 2 times 64, and that gives you 128. 6 minus 128 will give you a -122. So it's a little bit scary, really, but not really. The first thing that is going to cancel are the negatives. See how this is a negative, the numerator is a negative, and this is a negative? That will turn into a positive. So those will cancel first, right? And by 2, I'll get 61. So we'll get our final answer as 16 out of 61. So this is our final answer. I know it looks a little bit, a lot, but I just wanted to show you everything, how you deal with the parentheses. But I mean, if you can miss out a few steps to get to the final answer, that's fine too. All right, and let's look at our last example. Please feel free to always pause this video and try it out and see what you'll get. All right, our last example is even more interesting, right? It's telling us it has 3 variables. It has C, it has D. Oh, it has 2, C and D. Okay, in the place of D, just put -4. Trick is, every time you're substituting for a negative, open those small brackets or parentheses just such that it doesn't become so confusing. This is what I mean, right? So I'll rewrite my expression, right? Let me use blue. All right, I'll rewrite my expression as 5, right? But in the place of C, they want me to substitute with a -1. So I'll say dot -1 squared minus, so -4 exponent 2 plus 3 all over 2 -1 minus 4, D is -4. So now that's our expression. And we need to find out what are we going to deal with first. So I'll go to my PEMDAS right here. I'll write it here. And it's telling you deal with your parentheses. Yeah? Let's deal with our parentheses first. Sometimes it's okay, as you're dealing with parentheses, you create more parentheses. But I'll show you what I mean by that. So let's deal with our parentheses. Okay. This is our first parenthesis. -1 squared, -1, and this will give you a 1. So all that reduces to 1, right? And then 1 times 5 really gives you a 5. Okay, let's go to this -4 squared. So -4 squared is the same as -4 times -4. This gives you a 16, right? And then we're still dealing with, right? And what about 4 times -4? Give you -16. So if we rewrite this expression, we're going to be having something like 5, minus, 16 plus 3 over, because you see this -4 squared gave us 16. So this -1 squared gave us a 1. 1 times 5 gave us a 5. And then this negative 1, right, times 2 gave us a negative 2. So negative 2 minus negative 16. So every time you're having a negative and a negative, that will give you a positive, right? So this is the same as, now if you look at the numerator, really you're having a plus minus, just deal with however you want. You can first subtract or you can first add. So 5 minus 16 is giving us negative 11 plus 3 gives us 14. By 2 here we get 7. So our final answer is negative out of 7.